Hi all, welcome to IAS IPS in second series. Today we will solve one of the most important questions which we can expect in the coming preliminary examinations. And the question is regarding the Attorney General of India. With reference to the Attorney General of India, consider the following statements. Statement number 1. Attorney General enjoys all the privileges and immunities that are available to a member of Parliament. 2. The term of office, remuneration and procedure and grounds for removal of AG is not fixed by the Constitution. 3. He has the right to speak in both houses or the joint sitting of the Parliament but without voting rights. Select the correct answer, use the given quotes. See, Attorney General is nothing but he is the Chief Law Officer. Chief Law Officer of the Government of India. And Attorney General is appointed by the President. Okay. See, the Attorney General must be qualified to be appointed as a Judge of Supreme Court. That is, what all of the qualifications are required for a Supreme Court Judge, that qualification Attorney General must have. Then only he can be appointed as a Attorney General by the President of India. Fine. Now let's move on to the statements. The Attorney General enjoys all the privileges and immunities that are available to a Member of Parliament. Exactly. See, we learned that, or we know that Member of Parliament enjoys some kind of immunities. That are some kind of privileges. That privileges and immunities are also extended to Attorney General of India also. So, statement number 1 is right. Okay. Regarding statement number 2, the term of office, remuneration and procedure and grounds for removal of Attorney General is not fixed by the Constitution. That is also right. Okay, see, regarding the removal of Attorney General, see, usually when the Council of Ministers resigns, the Attorney General also resigns. Okay, when the Council of Ministers resigns, the Attorney General also resigns. And please note, the Attorney General holds office during the pleasure of President of India. Fine. So, regarding the term of office, remuneration, that is not fixed by the Constitution. That statement is also right here. Moving on to statement number 3. He has the right to speak in both the houses or in the joint sitting but without a voting right. That is also true here. That is, Attorney General of India can take part in the proceedings of both the houses of the Parliament or in a joint sitting or in any of the committee but without a voting right. Why? Because only the members of the Parliament can vote inside the Parliament. Okay. So, Attorney General does not have voting power. So, statement number 3 is also right regarding Attorney General of India. So, our answer becomes option D, 1, 2 and 3. Thank you.